Question number 3. Coordinates of 2 points A and B are these. A circle passes through A and B and its center lies on this line. Find the equation of the circle. It always helps to draw the figure. So this is the circle. And what do we know? That 2 points lie on this circle. So let's say we have 5, 11 here and negative 7, 3 here. Okay, now this line would be called a chord since it's not the diameter, doesn't say it passes through the center. Okay, so here's the chord. And then it says that the center of this circle passes through this equation. This equation has a positive gradient. I can tell that. So it's some rising line, something like this. Okay, so the equation is 12x minus 5y equals 70. We need to find the equation of the circle. That means we need 2 things. We need the center and we need the radius. Okay. How do we find the center? Okay. Now let's go back to O-levels and a circle property that we've learned there. If this is a circle, this is a chord, this is the center. From O-levels, we know that if this line from the center of the circle cuts this chord in the middle, such that this is the midpoint. So if the line from the center of the circle cuts the chord in the middle, it makes a 90-degree angle with the chord. Okay, so we're going to use that property over here. I'm going to bring in this line. And if this passes through the middle, then this has to be a 90-degree angle. Now let's find the coordinates of M, which would be the midpoint of negative 7, 3 and 5, 11. That's going to be negative 7 plus 5 upon 2, 3 plus 11 upon 2. So we have negative 1, 7. Okay, so this would be negative 1, 7. Now, you should be able to find the equation of this line because we can find the gradient of AB. This is A, this is B. Let's find the gradient of AB. Then we're going to take its negative reciprocal. Gradient of AB would be 11 minus 3 upon 5 plus 7. Eight upon 12, which is going to be 2 upon 3. So then the perpendicular gradient or the gradient of the red line is going to be negative 3 upon 2. Now we'll find the equation of the red line and then solve the purple line and the red line simultaneously. Okay. So we have y equals mx plus c. To find c, I'll have to use a point on the red line, which is negative 1, 7. So 7 is equals to negative 3 over 2 times minus 1 plus c. This gives us 14. Okay, this is going to be 7. That becomes plus, but when it goes to the other side, it becomes minus. This becomes 11 over 2 equals c. So the equation of the line is going to be y equals m x plus c. Again, sending 2 to the other side, 2y is equals to minus 3x plus 11. And if I write it in this form, because we'll have to solve this simultaneously, it's going to be 3x plus 2y equals to 11. So we have the equation of the red line as well. 3x plus 2y equals 11. Now let's solve these simultaneously and get the center first. Okay. So one of the line is 12x minus 5y equals 70. The other line is 3x plus 2y equals 11. I'm going to use elimination method, so I'll have to multiply the second equation with negative 4. So the first equation stays unchanged. The second equation becomes negative 12x, negative 8y is equals to negative 44, negative 13y equals 26, y equals minus 2. Now substitute y in any one of these original equation. Let me just substitute it in the first one. 12x minus 5 times minus 2 is equals to 70. 12x plus 10 equals 70. 12x equals 60. X equals 5. So we now have the coordinates of the center that would be 5 comma minus 2. Next, we just need the radius, which would be the distance of between these two coordinates or the distance between these two coordinates. So I'm going to use the center and A and apply the distance formula here. Okay. So that's going to be square root 11 minus minus 2 would be plus 2 whole square, and 5 minus 5 whole square. Remember, this figure is not drawn to scale. So don't let this confuse you that this is also 5, this is also 5. Why are they at two different spots? Okay, so this would be 13 square root, which is going to be 13. So the radius comes out to be 13, and the center came out to be 5 comma minus 2. Now let's form the equation. We know it's x, change the sign of x coordinate, minus 5 whole square plus bracket y, change the sign of this y coordinate, plus 2 whole square equals to radius squared. So you'll write 169.